That's it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring him out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he and he is me. I'm your gracious host. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Welcome. Once again to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he is me. And tonight, we're going to jump off into our business structure. As I stated last night, I'll choose a few different things and run through them. How to protect yourself, how to properly pay yourself a salary, and recognizing the different entities like a single member LLC, which is possibly one of the worst business structures you could set up. You can expose yourself or you expose your hands in a lot of ways if you don't do it properly. We allow a few people to get in the room before we do this. There are a lot of business owners on here, so some of the things I may talk about tonight may be redundant or repetitive to them. They may have that understanding, but we have to give an opportunity for those who don't understand this. My topic tonight is business as a supplement, because a lot of us still have employment, gainful employment, and we all need a supplemental income in this day and age. There's so many things going on in regards to income through COVID or the pandemic. A lot of people lost out. A lot of businesses suffered. A lot of people never recovered. A lot of people lost jobs due to the choices that they had to make, or, regards to their positions on compliance or not. A lot of people are unemployed right now because of those decisions that they've made. So, they need these opportunities to, grow and blossom for them in some way, shape, or form. So business is a supplement. Prime example, a lot of people are out there waiting for this fourth stimulus check that's coming in 2022 or this year, in the amount of the $1,400. It's a payment or offer. But there's special criteria for everything, and to start off, according to the U.S. government, parents of newborns, foster or adopted children in 21 and 22 will have a stimulus check benefit in 2022. Part of the government will go to help a new dependent or parent of a child who was born in 21. Okay, these are some of the criteria. There's also another check that's brewing. It's called the American Rescue Plan. It's made of a $1,400 payment available, to individuals and their dependent children. Kind of like before. Then there's a recovery rebate credit that you can actually get when your filings. I mean, based on the fact that most people have already had their full payment come in, but those who have had eligible children in 21 and are able to claim the recovery rebate on their next tax return can get it. The economic impact payments, otherwise referred to as stimulus checks, sent out in 2021, these are advanced payments of the recovery rebate credit. So, yeah. So basically, if you were expecting one by December 31st and didn't get it, you can get the remainder of your money, or you can submit it when your taxes or your 2022 taxes. Given that the 21 economic impact payments were calculated off a person's 2020 or 2019 return, any eligible dependents who became a member of the family in 2021 will not have been included in the calculation nor the payment. Now, a lot of you may have questions about, will every state be giving these checks? Every state will be receiving a federal budget to administer these funds, but it will solely depend on each state's administration to decide how to spend these funds and which different benefits will be a part of the plan. All right. Okay. Now, those who qualify for an additional payment via the American Rescue Plan will be able to have the credit arrive as part of their 21 refund. All right. And in order to qualify, dependents must be under 19 at the end of the year unless they are a student or any age but permanently disabled. In addition, the dependent must be a child, brother, sister, foster child, stepbrother, stepsister, half-brother, or half-sister, or descendant of any of them to receive that. Okay? Now, there is an additional check that's coming out, and it's called the plus-up payments. There are additional stimulus checks that are sent out to people who were sent a stimulus check based on their 2019 tax return or information that was on the Social Security Administration system. So you better be looking out, because that could be in the mail if you received a stimulus check in 2020. If you're a taxpayer in the U.S. whose income was lower in 2020 than it was in 2019, then you're eligible to receive what is being referred to as the plus-up payment. Now, I'm talking about this tonight, man, because we're in this state of uncertainty when we talk about our earnings and jobs and stability. And the best stability that you can create is the one that you can control. If you don't work, you don't eat. But, a lot of us will put our whole the bane of our existence on someone else making a decision about whether we have a job or we have a paycheck. And here's another thing. For small businesses, the government is actually giving out $10 billion in aid to new companies in an attempt to spur business in disadvantaged companies. All right, and broaden the recovery from the pandemic. All right. The Small Business Credit Initiative will get the funding to the states, territories, tribal governments to help get venture capital out and guide private lenders to issue loans to small firms. The firms will come from the $1.9 trillion COVID aid package from last March. So these funds have sat in surplus for that long. The State Small Business Credit Initiative will get the funding to the states, territories. All right. And this actually is already happening. The program will receive a policy, but in place after it was put in place after the 2007 recession, when banks had stopped lending as much. However, the new program for $10 billion is 6 times bigger than the last one. According to Adair Morse, Deputy Assistant Secretary of Capital Access at the Treasury Department. The goal is to get more money to disadvantaged groups, including racial minorities, rural communities, and veterans. All right. So there's funds out there. People say you need to prepare. You know, if you have your businesses up, make sure that they're in line and they're in good standing. All right. Don't be caught out here like a lot of these people who went through and got these monies this first round and did things a little fraudulent. Okay. And if you get these monies, I would advise you to pay the tax on it immediately. You know, get someone to help you, an accountant or someone to sit down with you and discuss your tax liability on those funds, because those funds will be considered income and you'll have to repay those things, pay the taxes. Okay. The disbursement of these funds will probably happen within the next couple of months if they haven't begun to come out already. So go online. You can find out whether you go to the Treasury Department, the IRS, and click on the buttons, man. They're there. Enter your information. If you're in good standing, get you some funds, man. Yeah. That is if you already have a business in place. All right. Not all small businesses weathered the pandemic. A lot of them lost a lot of real estate, a lot of commercial real estate just sitting there empty, for 200 and 300 days, So landlords have suffered as well too. So, if their corporations are proper, they can actually receive some of this relief. Okay. So tonight we're talking about business structure. Okay. We'll talk about. Well, I really don't want to discuss single member LLCs, but people are so quick to jump out there and open up one without understanding there are certain implications that can affect you still personally. All right. As an LLC, you set it up so that way you can separate the liability of anything that happens. A single member LLC, you set it up to where if you got sued or you were in a situation where someone came at you, they can only get what you actually have vested or what the business is worth. But let's say this. What people don't tell you is that while you are paying yourself, if you're not using a payroll system or company like ADP or one of those Blue Force things where you still run your business or your funds through some payroll service, you have actually commingled your business with your personal funds. That actually lowers your corporate veil, and it gives an individual an opportunity to come back and sue you directly. Okay, so you could sit there and just transfer some funds from one account to another. You got to look at it. If you were a corporate, if you were at, let's say you were a CEO at wherever, and you went into the corporate account and just transferred some funds into your personal account, that's one of two things. The board would probably look at you like you lost your mind, and someone may want to call the authorities on you and say you misappropriated funds or you were embezzling funds, because you caused that business that same issue. All right. So, yeah. If you're here tonight, man, I'd like to see some people that have businesses, what type of business you have, or what's your corporate structure. What is it that you have? Is it an LLC? Is it a corp? Is it an S corp? What is it? How's your business set up? And while I'm waiting, hey, I got to do my brand thing. If you like what you see, click like, comment in the box, follow me on Instagram, Romello Marcellus Show, Romello_Marcellus_show, or on YouTube at Romello Marcellus Show. Subscribe, hit that like, and smash the bell. Yeah. I'm still waiting to see somebody come up with a business structure that they have. Don't all jump in at once. Let's see if I can help you with your business. Or maybe you can teach me something.
Oh, look at that car.
I tell you what, let's do this. All right. I'm going to do this for the sake of the visual. Okay. We're going to do this, right? Can you see this? Is my handwriting sloppy? Is it clear? Let me know if you can see this. All right. I mean, hopefully you can read my chicken scratch. Talk about the benefits of operating a business and separating yourself from a business to even do some of your personal things. All right. Even to draw down or create a net worth or build a bigger salary. That's supplemental. Most times when you apply for things, they'll ask you, do you have other income? Now, I would always advise individuals that have businesses, man, to take the position of an employee, not an owner. You have to do so much more to obtain things. If you're on a W-2 or you W-2 yourself, then you are in a position to have audited taxes. Okay? So let's start with the business. You got your idea, and let's say you want to just do an LLC, a single member LLC. I'm sure you would have to, you go file the paperwork. You can do it online. Enter what it is you want to do or what it is you're doing, the name, research the name, be sure that no one else has it out there and it's patent and get you in some trouble. Okay. Secondly, then you get on the IRS.gov website and you pull down what's called an EIN number. All right. This is the business's first equivalent to a Social Security number. You use that to open your bank accounts and to open up other accounts such as vendors and lines of credit. It's a standalone entity unless you commingle it. And then it doesn't have the power statutorily that it did before you commingled it. All right. Now, there are some things about the LLC that if you pay yourself, there really is no, for a single member LLC, the way you need to really pay yourself. There's no real rules. There are some different things that you might want to do that. And I would say, even if it was just you, I'd run it through some sort of payroll system. to keep your personal and your business separate. Now, if you had a corporation, then there are certain governing situations in regards to payroll and salary that you should have in place. Now, let's just say you're LLC. You started out and you want to rent a lease space or lease a space. Here's what happens. You'll apply for this lease space as if you were buying or applying for an apartment or a condo or a home to rent. At that point, the trick bag, you've already fallen into it. At this point, because you have an LLC, you should never personally guarantee anything anymore, especially if it's for the business. It defeats the purpose of having the business. Okay? A lot of people will tell you, well, no, we need a person. No, that's crap. There are ways around that. Either they want to deal with you based on your business paydex or what you actually have in asset, or they can charge you points or increase your deposits. There's many different things they can do. They don't actually have to necessarily use you as a personal guarantor, especially when you have a business that is in good standing. Okay? It is the risk that a landlord or someone's willing to take on you. And you have to take the position that no risk, no gain. I'm going to pay my lease and this is what it is, but I'm not willing to put my personal name or my personal social security on this credit application for you. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people don't understand that, man. You have prime example, you have property sitting everywhere. And you can go and pull public record on these properties and you'll see an LLC sitting there. But you won't see the person's names or social securities or any of that kind of thing sitting there at the courthouse or city hall. Okay? That's done for a reason. And honestly, that's kind of a bad thing too, or could be, especially if you were savvy. Somebody like me years ago, I could find a property that's been abandoned for some time. And let's say we were owned by an LLC and they were out of state. They were a foreign LLC. Listen, I would do what was called a adverse possession. Okay. I would first go in and see what was up. If it were dilapidated or there was no power, turn the power on, cut the grass. Maybe some mail going there, a bill or two. I would let it sit. And then I would see where the property taxes were. If there were any, or they were delinquent, or they were being paid. Even if they were being paid, if the house was sitting in disarray. Certain places, certain people have rights. I'll give you a state. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because that's kicking too much business. But anyway, certain states, man, you can force the courts to side with you. After a certain amount of time, you could put a public request or public notice out for the individuals to show up or show out. And if not, then there is a way that you can force the courts to give you possession. But because no one could find the individuals behind the LLC is what I'm trying to get at here. These people were able to purchase and establish or put this property in an LLC separate of their personal selves. So they were hard to find. And sometimes they lose. But we don't know. They could be gay. They could be a number of places, but they just haven't shown up. Yeah. But those are the benefits of having an LLC, because you really don't want people to know who actually owns or operates what. Okay. This goes off into, for those who understand legalese, the Universal Code of Commons. If I can have your information, if I know who you are, where you reside, those kind of things, I can actually just go to the court and put liens on all of your shit. Serious. This is why when you set your businesses up, you set your corporations up, you want to be as far away from it personally as you possibly can be. And yeah, be mindful of commingling. Make sure that your liabilities are straight. How you're getting paid. Spend those extra dollars if you have to go to ADP or install some sort of Blue Force into your system where you can do your accounting and structure a payroll. While in there and having the opportunity to do your withholding, FICA and state and whatever else. All right. I ain't gonna give y'all a lot, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit, but yeah, had a lot going on today, but I still wanted to come in and talk a little bit about it. Gear up for the rest of the week. What's actually coming? I'm putting together a PowerPoint, so I'll be able to present it tomorrow of the businesses that I told you that I would do, so that you see the differences in growth and how they set themselves up and how they were able to acquire credits and leverage those things. All right. We're talking about payment and processing. That's very, very, very big and a very serious thing. I guarantee you now, a lot of you quote unquote new business owners have been running a lot of your business through Cash App, through Square and those companies. Now, Cash App has installed about 4 or 5 new features to that app so that they can track the amounts of monies that you have coming in there based on your personal information that you supplied them. Also, your banking information. Okay? Yeah. So please be careful, people. If you're using Cash App to run your business, hey man, get prepared. The change is coming. And a lot of people have been using Cash App for their business. And yeah. Hopefully you won't hear that crazy music when they just come and say, hey, we need to talk to you about your finances. What did Big Red say? My office hours. My office hours are from 9 to 5. Want to talk to me about my books? Yeah. I'd advise everybody, man, to get a side hustle going. I don't give a shit what you do. If you want to poke holes in pies, shovel shit, as opposed to laying in shit, get out here and do something, man. Establish a business, something you can put your name on, something you can pay yourself. It is no greater feeling than to be able to pay yourself. Okay, sure, you got a stable paycheck coming in every week or every other week, but there is nothing greater than being able to pay yourself what you are truly worth based on the work that you put in. And yeah, it's hard sometimes. Just handle your business. Handle your business. Okay? Listen, and all you ladies, a lot of ladies, and I want to give you some game, because there are a lot of you out here who are doing good work in the community for people. You have your nonprofits. Please restructure your nonprofits. Make them for profit nonprofits so that you can draw a salary. It doesn't benefit you to have a nonprofit and someone give you the money and you have to give it all back and you're figuring out how you have to operate or maintain. You want to be in a position where you can walk off your job and do your nonprofit. Then put yourself in that position to where you have a for-profit nonprofit. Okay, that way you can draw a reasonable salary. Nobody's saying going out here and mess over the church's money and buy you a Bentley. Praise the Lord. Yeah, and pass me my keys to my Bentley. You know who you are. Anyway, yeah, work on it, man. Don't do things that will violate your 501c3. All right? Yeah. So, There are plenty of resources out here, man, to discuss a lot of things or cover a lot of things that I'm talking about. I'm just rambling tonight. Man, you go on the SBA website, you can get all this game. If you want to read, you can come back and you can listen to me. Take a few notes and then just try the shit. Okay? Yeah. I'll tell you, the best thing I could ever did was open a business many, many years ago. Tell you why. Mistakes. While I was out here running around acting a fool, fucking up my personal shit, my personal credit, and that kind of thing. Ran it up, y'all. It wasn't until I didn't have anywhere to go with it that I realized that I did have somewhere to go to extend myself a reprieve with my life and credit. Yeah. So yeah, kill yourself, man. Don't be out here signing for stuff in your personal name. You build your personal self up to co-sign your business, or to put your business in a better situation or better light. And then you pull yourself out of the way and allow your business to take care of you. Golden Parachute 101. Yeah. Okay. How much money are we getting in 2022? Are we getting all the money in 2022? Or is it going to be like last year? Waiting on it. Come on now. A lot of y'all out here fucked up right now. Bank cards declining. Insufficient funds. You're waiting the next Thursday to get paid. Next Friday. Paychecking it to paychecking it. When all you have to do is take 5% of that talent that you're taking elsewhere and making them millions and apply some of it to yourself. There are sites like Fiverr that you can actually set up a page and make some extra money. Whether you're IT, whether you're legal, whether you're marketing, whatever you do. Yeah. And hey, I'm just talking, man. I want y'all to win. Now, as I stated before, what's your structure for those who have businesses? I know you probably don't want to come on here because you don't want to have your business critiqued, but I won't. I just want to see what different varieties of business structures are out here that you guys are actually doing. And I'm sure you're making some money. Yeah. I want you to win. If you win, I win it. We all win it. I want to support your business. Yeah. Anyway, time's flying. We 40 minutes in already. Wow. I guess at this point, man, I fulfilled my obligation. Shit. I truly have. Hopefully y'all got some game because I gave some. Hopefully it rained on you. You found something interesting. And this is my show. And we were talking business supplementing your income with some sort of small business. I believe that if you're really on your game, you should have at least 4 to 5 different cash streams. Oh, I stole it. I robbed a man for a suit. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Welcome. We're talking business tonight. Yeah, we're talking corporate structure, as I said, man. We were talking where I was kind of briefly touching on single member LLCs and how you have to be careful with what you're doing so that you don't commingle your personal with your business. That's all. And a few other things. Yeah. So, if you have a business, man, what type of business do you have? What corporate structure? Do you have an LLC, corporation, S Corp, LLP? What do you have? Partnerships are awesome. You know, the pass-through is just what it is. It's the percentage of your percentage of what you draw down. You know, whatever your percentage is that's what you're taxable on. Okay. Now, the one thing about partnerships is this. Let's say I got a plane and somebody else got a boat, and we say, well, we're going to donate this to the business or to the use of the business. Well, the operating agreement is what it is, but then there are certain supplemental laws that are statutory and binding in a partnership. Anything that's donated to a partnership or to the use of the partnership, the donor cannot take it back. It becomes property of the partnership. Didn't know that, huh? Give you some game. So beware of those things. Just like your money. You got an event and you say, well, look, I'm going to give you $5,000. That $5,000 no longer yours. And based on the giving, it is now appropriated into the partnership, the corporation, which will be divided amongst the partners on the return thereof of the investment returned back to you. Now, the thing is, here you go again. Let me school you. The dissolution of the business. Yeah, you could say that, but that has to be a unanimous decision amongst partners that you will dissolve the business. Okay? You can very well vote that person or that partner out based on the shares that they hold, the number of shares they hold. If they're not majority shareholder, they can be voted out. Sure. When we're talking about operating agreements, there are moral clauses, and a lot of times the morality is not the hazard. So there is no moral hazard when you move about certain partnerships. Okay? Yeah. We can do this all day, all night. And yeah, I just don't talk this shit. I did it. And I do it. Shout out to all my Georgetown classmates. Saxa. We're here all day, every day. Yeah. I'm just touching, man. Just touching. As the weeks goes on, as the days go on, I'm going to go harder. I mean, I got the PowerPoint presentation, but I just want to be sure that you guys are going to be here to receive this information. I don't want to put this work in, man, and you jokers are watching MASH or The Oval or something when I come on here. I'm going to give you this game. I want you to see it. I want you to see how arbitrage really works. I want to show you this. I want you to. I want to give it to you so that you can do this. Okay? Yeah. So, thank you. Like I said, anyone who has a business on here tonight, man, put your structure up there. Just put it up there. What you got? LLC, corporation, S Corp, limited partnership. What do you got? What you got? Sole proprietorship. If you got a sole pro, man, amend that shit immediately. I mean, here, listen. A single member LLC is the equivalent of a sole pro anyway. It's a disregarded entity anyway. So, I mean, where's the real benefit? Okay, member run. Okay. So how many? All right. So you do have a board. So how many partners do you have actually on this board or on your LLC? Three and you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So are they family members or are they? How many managers or some may act, or who is acting as managers, and are they just? I got that. I know that. But we're talking in layman so that others can understand what we're talking about. Family, friend, and you. Okay. Mm-hmm. All managers. Okay. So no outsiders, just all managers. Okay. Now, like I was talking about the liabilities of it, how funded are you? Are you good with that? I mean, you established for it. Okay. So you were able to raise capital. You have no problems with raising capital to run your business? Okay, it's a startup. Okay. All right. So how are you doing with your, or how have you set up your means to pay out? Or to pay yourself? So are you going to draw a salary? Okay. 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 I got it. No salary. Return on investment based on calculated net income within 12 months. That's cool. And everybody's benefiting from the pass through. That's cool. Now, the thing is, have you elected to be taxed as a corporation, or will you? Oh, you good? Okay, I'm okay. Have you elected to be taxed as a corporation, or what? Okay. Cool. That's what's up. So do you have any room for any passive investors? There are a lot of people out here that are not interested in being a part of things, but they want to make some money. Or are you willing to do a membership? I mean, sometimes the memberships can be very complex, but they can be very lucrative and put you in a better position to leverage the business to get things. I'm just saying. That's what's up. Now, the only thing about that, man, is when you get into the memberships or you're selling shares, that implication changes. Yeah. Be careful. Go slow. Go slow. That's an interesting thing. A lot of people, seek to do these things themselves without being creative. The game is to spend other people's money anyway on your dream. Yeah. Finance and funding is an awesome thing when you understand it. And you say, yeah, or you're doing commercial. What is it you're going? No. I didn't take it as you being dismissive. You were stating your skill set, and that's cool. It's not a problem at all. We're here to help each other. I know some things. I'm not Einstein. I don't know it all. But my aptitude is high. High to the sky, man. I'm full of experience. How's that? Been there when my mistakes have cost me. They say you cut different when you have fallen down and you had to press the button for the people to come and get you up. Been there. Yeah. So, got one person who knows where their ass is. Excuse my French. And they're handling their business. Yeah. This is what this is all about this week. Now, we talk about we want prosperity, and we expect to get it by working for someone else. The common saying is this: you will never get rich working for someone else. Never. You got to do it for yourself. You got to be like the people who were in Tulsa, Charlotte, Rosewood, Green Hill. These are those towns where you had prosperous folks who checked out of what was considered the norm or the machine, and they had their own businesses and made it work by reinvesting in their communities and being able to invest in each other. I look like this, man. If I give you $10 and I make 20, or I give you $10 and I'm able to make 30, we can do that all day long. I don't have to be a part of the management. As a member, I can still, what does it say? Membership has its what? It takes having a reasonable understanding of the market share. It's out there. It is out there for the taking. But most people are not versed. And, when I have these conversations, they breeze through and then they don't want to engage. But if I come on here and talk about some broad with her ass out, clucking like a chicken, and the baby daddy out here doing whatever, I can get all kinds of phone calls and conversations and, streams up and down and everything else. Now we're talking about something that's going to prosper and benefit folks. I basically got crickets. See, I've done shows like this before, and, because I've done them, I got kind of a bad taste in my mouth about my people. It's like you all are complacent where you are. You want your daddies to give you those stimulus checks. I talked about that shit because this is what it's become. Jokers have become dependent on that shit as opposed to getting out here and making it happen, which is a damn shame. And we have the wherewithal to make our businesses pop right amongst us. It's about giving each other the game, man, and putting it into perspective. Once again, I always say the information is practical. Yeah. It's the discipline and the wherewithal to produce action, to gain the result that you're seeking. Hell, if you can get up every day, and listen, this is real talk. If you can get up every day and make $200 to $300 cash money every day, it may not be the equivalent of some folks claimed yearly salary, you know. But the difference is you've touched 72 grand or more in cash, which is king. It gives you the ability to reestablish or establish credit or other credits. It puts you in a position to leverage more because you have dailies. And this is what a lot of businesses lack as well. You may have a business, but the fucking manager, they don't know how to play the banks. You have to understand, with a business, there are certain things or algorithms with the business that they want to see. They want to see dailies. If you can start a business, and let's say you have 10 grand, but it takes you 3 to really get established in a place and to move forward, I would advise you take 2 to 3 grand of that money, open your accounts. I said accounts. I didn't say an account. I said accounts. And the other accounts should be other entities that your managers or your managed LLCs own. And you place them under an umbrella as subsidiaries. You can. There is no laws that say you can't be vendors to one another. But you just move those monies around back and forth. You need cash flow. You need deposits. You need that history. And these are one of the things, or these subtle things that a lot of us don't have the knowledge or the wherewithal to do. Even if $300 hits your account daily, that's $300 daily. And as I stated before, that's about $70,000 and change a year that actually ran through your bank account. Whether it went out to pay, whatever it was, it went through there. Now, a lot of times you still have to, at some point in time, incur a savings or a balance in the account to show that at the end of statement, this is what was actually there, because it gauges a level of profit to some degree, you know. Now, on the other side of that, if you really need to state, pay the taxes on the money. Buy the money. Be the bank. Be your own bank. Okay? Be your own bank. Or be your own source of validation by use of government. You need to make $300,000? Find out what that tax liability would be and pay it. Pay it. Fuck it. The IRS doesn't want your money up front. They'll work with you. And they'll work with you until you pay it because you claimed it. Now, what that does is it'll give you 12 months worth of that net worth until you have to either set up another arrangement because you paid that one off. But, you know, there's ways to do it. Trust and believe me, everybody that said, oh, I'm a billionaire, You know the motherfuckers ain't got it in the bank. They've paid the tax on it. Okay? So, every year you want to increase your net worth or your income, pay the taxes on it. Don't be scared of the numbers, man. It puts you in a better position to get numbers. Okay? So, that's another way to solidify your business. Start small. You know, let's say, all right, you just started this year. You want to pay taxes on $50,000. You want to pay taxes on whatever. But see, then there's ways to do that too. Okay? You know what? Fuck it. I'll show you. You know what? No, I'll save it for tomorrow. I'm gonna show you the $200,000 star of the story and how you can make $200,000 and pay literally about $9,800 in taxes on that money and keep the rest. Okay? These are things that you can be doing. Now, a lot of things you can do, they'll work, but you also have the income. You have to have the income to maintenance those things. Okay? That's a whole nother ball game. And setting up these businesses, the results may vary. You may have a hot idea, but shit, people ain't buying. They may just not like you. And usually that's the case, man. When you're venturing out, folks will give you that hate, especially those that are closest to you. Okay, so there. Well, tomorrow, man, I'm going to pull out this presentation for you. I ran over with time and things I had to do today, so I didn't get it completed. My bad, I own it. I said I would do a thing. I'm going to do the thing, but it'll be tomorrow, okay? Bear with me. Tell a friend. Tell a friend about it. We all need this information. Let's share it. Let's broaden the conversation. If you like it, man, if you like what I'm saying to you, go to the bottom of this screen right now. Wherever you are, you'll see the share button off to your right and share it. Share it with your friends. Share it on your page. Share it on your story. I need some moderators anyway. Okay? Yeah. And I'm open for any questions you might have, man. Listen, once again, follow me on Instagram. And follow me on YouTube. If you want to replay the show, go to YouTube. Romello Marcellus Show on YouTube. Click subscribe, man, and smash the bell. All right? Click like. Okay? Tomorrow, man, I'll be right back here. I'm going to keep it going. We'll continue to talk about this business, the structure of things. I'm going to go through and show you what it is, what we're doing. Okay? So, yeah, and all you're getting, man, get you some understanding. All right? Be thankful for what you have. Don't concern yourself with what other people have, because trust me, it's not yours. And what's for you is for you. What you make happen will happen for you. Okay? Persevere. Press forward to the mark. Any ideas you have, man, nothing's crazy. They thought Noah was crazy till it began to rain and folks started to drown because they was bound to drown. Okay? Yeah. Love on yourself. I know no one who loves you. Just know that I do. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's It's the Romello Marcellus Show, the fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest balls from business, entertainment, love, and life,
Had to find my inner power.
to fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out.
You now rocking with the best.